Bird and Tina, Chamber of Commerce, Jay, it's just several, Jan. Jan's got a whole list of, items and things like that. I've got a report, we won't say actually who and everything else. This is not, what we need tonight is an approval to go forward with applying for the grant. But we've already had one civic group, one parks group that said they could come up with some money for the matching funds.
What is the matching fund? What percentage?
Jen, you know what the matching funds are?
No, we haven't fully developed the budget, but the budget will be based upon the matching funds that have been promised and will not exceed that amount. Whatever we can apply for the grant, but we know we've got the matching funds, it's not coming out of the city's budget.
Okay.
So we could end up with the dog park.
Because we don't have anything budgeted for
Yeah.
No, I know.
Do you need this in the form of a motion?
Yes.
I'll make that motion.
We got a motion? Second? So, all in favor to proceed for applying for the grant?
All right.
Any opposed? Okay. All right. Mayor Scott. We've been talking about the last few meetings, and I know even tonight, I was hoping to have it. Noticed today that the city of Portageville has gone with a new trash service over there. Their city clerk is supposed to be sending me some information on what they did and what they're doing. And so hopefully I'll have that at the next council meeting, and I'll get that out to everybody so we can see what somebody has recently doing within their trash service. I know Portageville is quite a bit smaller than the city of Kennett, but that'll give us somebody recent close that is switching over. But I know with the chamber not being here, we've got September is coming up, and the weekend right after our next city council meeting, which is the 6th. That's a big weekend for Kennett. You got the CAFTA, so there's something for you to do for following the arts. You have the RC Fly Club. If you've never been out there, it's a lot of fun to go and watch what these people do with an airplane. Leave your wallets in your car, because otherwise you could buy an airplane. I know that from personal experience, but but it's still, it's it's out here, it's something here to do in town. And then on top of that, you have the Kennett Cruisers, a whole weekend of the car show. A lot of things that'll be going on here shortly. So looking for something to do, there's going to be something to do for you. And going from there. But we'll go ahead and we'll open things up to the public comment.
We gonna hear anything from the bug guy back there?
Well, yeah, this is public comment, so either sit there or we'll close up. We've got about half a second.
A half second?
Half second.
I'll make it quick.
All right.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
Should.
so
I'm sorry, sir, will you please tell us your name so you're not referred to as the bug guy?
Yes, sir.
We'll call him Skeeter.
I call it Skeeter.
Hey, I'm used to it. Scared, ready to call worse. So. I'm Tim Nelson with Vector Disease Control.
I couldn't remember your first name, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. And so we've been larviciding weekly, our normal stuff. We are heavy involved now with the trucks, which is the last thing we do with the mosquito program. We do the abatement. We're doing the disease monitor, keeping up with the West Nile diseases, all that normal stuff we do. So we've had, for the last 2 weeks, we've had, we had a little bit of a drought, a little bit of help there. The heat actually helps us in one manner kill the mosquito easy, which is our predominant species of anopheles. If it gets too hot, then it makes the chemical weaker. But we've had some good luck with that, but now we've got moisture, and we've had several hatch-offs and also some Seropha type mosquitoes hatched off, which are very annoying. So we've been grounded with the airplane for a little bit, due to some new FAA rules and stuff we had to get lined out. Stuff way above my head, it's all solved. We'll have the airplane here Thursday. We're gonna run it back to back for starters, turn around and run it the third time, and probably again and again. And there will be no charge for any of that to the city of Kennett.
You will not get an objection from anyone.
For the flying, with the weekend of September 9th and 10th being a big weekend for Kennett, there'll be, people out at the CAFTA,
You want the airplane in?
yeah, we could do it. You're
I'm
right.
gonna put in for
that
it.
day.
As soon as I leave tonight, I'm gonna put in for that. Say it's the 9th and the 10th?
Yeah, that's Friday and Saturday.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'll go to working on that. So we are changing up chemicals on a regular basis too here, due to resistant issues.
Yeah.
So we have been changing up and using, of course, they're safe chemicals. We don't use anything like organophosphates, things like that. It's problematic. So, is there any particular questions? Yes, sir.
Do you mind starting to come down the dead end streets? I live on a dead end street on Eleanor,
Okay.
and the truck just drives right on by.
Well, I need to know this information, so ideally, and I think every one of y'all will understand this, ideally, I want my people that drove for me last year to come back, okay? Or Sabrina does. It's hard to get that to happen. So when we change hands, things get missed like you're talking about. What should happen and what will happen on any of these things we miss, we have a map, so maybe we'll go back and look at it. Not that I don't trust you, but I can take it and show them. Say, look, we gotta do it. They'll drive down, then drive out. They won't spray in, but they'll spray out. So they don't have to drive through the chemical and things like that. But anytime you bring out these kind of type things to my attention, it's appreciated.
And the reason I asked you, I got behind him the other night,
Yeah?
and he drove straight on by. So,
You so sneaky.
Well, I need to know these things. My numbers, you're welcome to call me at any time. I have some cards out in the truck, 870.
Are you sure you want to do this?
I'll bring a card back.
You're on camera.
Good.
I'll bring a card
I
back.
feel obligated to ask you that question.
But yeah, feel free. I'm gonna, I'll step out and then I got a stack of cards in the truck. I didn't bring them in. And I'll set them here on the corner and y'all can pass them around.
Are they trying to go slightly outside of city limits as well?
We do, yes, we do try to go outside, especially with the larviciding.
Okay.
We find areas, and I really was honing in on the stormwater thing that you're talking about, trying to catch anything that we might be missing, things like that. So anytime any of you folks or anybody brings something to the attention that we need to look at, we're gonna do an on-site inspection and see if there's something here we're missing. Because sometimes you'll find water that's in a culvert, for instance, that you don't know it's actually holding water. Maybe it got missed, it's growed up around it, you don't even know it's there. Whatever it might be. So we, any information, any of this kind of information that is brought to our attention is a good thing. Because we can put Alticid briquettes in there that'll last 150 days, or 30-day briquettes, or liquid larvicide, which we're here every week. We have a crew spraying larvicide in the ditches or using granular every week.
These two big ditches in town, hold water and it's not running. Unless we get a rain,
Yeah,
it's
they
not running.
they have a truck, they have a wand, it's way outside of my truck. They've done rubbed it all the paint off of it, so they're spraying it.
Okay.
And we do keep that information too. Any of this information I'm telling you, you folks are welcome to it anytime. I can, give it to you and show you, what addresses we had the traps at, the larvicide, where we put any larvicide, all that. It's always marked as a waypoint and trap.
I have a question. Normally, in previous years, what is the last spraying date that you all shoot
It
for?
fluctuates.
Ballpark figure. Okay, month. Let's go by a month. Could
Well-
narrow it down to that?
It has stopped, like into the second week of September before, but it also has went to mid-October.
Okay. No, that's more so what I was getting at.
Yeah, I mean, so if we slow down, you're gonna have these anopheles, just like the old winter's adults. So if we slow down, we get cool nights, ideally, we gotta get these nights below around 50 degrees for it to stop things. That don't, you know, it kind of bounces backwards and forwards for a little bit. So you'll have folks, we have been out in November and even December. I don't really care to get out then. I got other things going, and had to do some service requests. Go to the people's home, you know, and spray because they have these anopheles that want to hang around above their door and then, you know, and they may be allergic. You know, you'd be surprised how many people are actually allergic to mosquito bites. So we try to tend to that and make sure we take care of it.
I don't really know if you call mine allergic, but,
Does it itch?
doesn't work out well.
And it depends on the species of mosquitoes. Some of them, like these Sirafra I was talking about biting you, on me, they make a little itchy spot on me. The Anopheles, they don't really bother me. They're pesky or flying around in my eyes or whatever, but, and everybody's different. The clothing you wear, the scent that you produce, how you breathe out, carbon dioxide, there's a number of things that affect on, so I know you've been by somebody like, man, the mosquitoes tearing me up, and you're like, well, it ain't bothering me, or vice versa. It has to do with the number of things that takes place there.
I have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
When do you usually start spraying?
Right at dusky dark.
I mean, month, because I have people out, I guess they know I work with the city, and they always ask when are they gonna start
Well,
spraying for mosquitoes?
So this chemical is anywhere from $200 a gallon to $500 a gallon. Also, you gotta go by some rules. You gotta have a threshold of a certain amount before you can go just putting out tons of chemical. So in the month of May, you usually get you might get Sirafra come off or whatever, but if you've just got 2 or 3 mosquitoes, you can't just throw thousands of dollars worth of chemical out there and really accomplish nothing. On the other hand, we still will go to these people's homes and do a service request and help things out. But as it increases, which is not long after that,